Want me to use? All right. You can. Come forward. Come. Come forward. Also come forward. Who is the doctor from Penang? Who's written a letter to me? I don't know, he said he wants my help. In which way I didn't know. Wanted to know what sort of help he wants. So today we had so many people there. And I'm sure there will be many who will be coming. Maybe many more. That's a very good beginning, I think. But as I told you before, that you have to be yourself so dedicated that they understand it. Or the first question somebody asked me, what about going to temple? It's all right, going to masjid or temple is all right. But problem is, see, these are all money-oriented or power-oriented places. In the temple, what these pandits are sitting there and taking money and doing all these things. What do you get there? And the statues are also, there are not Swambhu, means they have not come out of the Mother Earth. So made by somebody just to make some money. So, best is to make your own heart a temple. And when it works out, then you will be amazed, you will rise. But going to these temples is just, I don't understand, it's very ritualistic. It has no atmosphere for meditation, nothing. So the first thing to do is to meditate. If you do not meditate, you are not with me. If you are meditating, you are with me. For meditation means morning at least for 5 to 10 minutes to stand before the photograph and put both the hands towards the photograph. And then see what chakras are catching. There you can say, Mother, come in my heart, come in my head, whatever is the problem. And also then you have to take a bandhan. Before going out, you must take a bandhan. In the night, try to find out what sort of a personality you are. Are you right-sided or left-sided? Or you are in the middle. If you are right-sided, say, for example, then you have to take the right side treatment, which you know very well, all of you, how to take it. Right? Especially here, it's so hot, it is very easy to take because you have to put ice on your liver. Right hand towards the photograph. And ice here. That will cool you down. And then you have to go for a liver diet and take sugar which is vibrated. Also, I hope we'll be able to send you some medicines after Ganpati Purit from India. Thus you try to cure your liver. That's very important. And take, when you have to put down something, say you have a right side, then you have to put down the right. If you remember like that, then you will remember that you raise the left and put down the right 7 times. Raise the left, put down. Now supposing you have to put down the left, then you raise the right and put down the thing. Then before sleeping, if you do meditation, according to whatever is needed, then you must also understand that give a bandhan to yourself, put your attention to your sahasrara and sleep. That's the best way you will be doing further. So when you start doing, you will be surprised. There are so many letters have come, I have this problem, I have that problem. All these can be corrected very easily. If you take to Sahaja Yoga and meditation, gradually they all improve and correct. But if you are not sincere, if you are not coming to collective, And if you are not doing meditation, you will carry on with your problems. Then how can I help you? So you have to be in the collective and you have to be meditating. That's the only way we can have connections with the divine. And gradually you'll be surprised, so many problems of the people have been solved completely. I didn't even meet them, I didn't even talk to them. But they write to me that this problem was solved, mother, you did this for me, you did this for me, thank you very much. If you ask them what did you do, they just have been meditating morning and evening. That's all. It takes 10 minutes in the night before sleeping, about 5 minutes in the morning time. And always, whenever you are in trouble, try to become thoughtless. That time the mantra is Nirvichar. Mother, you are Nirvichar. You will become absolutely Nirvichar, your Agya will be solved. So that is important to be in Nirvichar, means thoughtless awareness, as many times as you can. Whenever you see something nice, witness something, or there is some sort of a problem, then you just get into Nirvichar. Gradually you will find yourself so beautifully equipped with vibrations, knowing everything, how to do it, how to correct it, how to work it out. And it is so simple, so very simple. I was very happy because so many people came today. Again and again, I have to tell you that you have to tell them in such a way, we were also like you. They will say, I have this problem. First they'll have money problem, main. The money problem is eternal everywhere to begin with, because money is so important. Whether you are rich or poor, they all have money problems. All right. Now I would say that if you don't pay attention to your money problem, it will be solved. But if you have some serious problem, you should let me know. And if you don't tell me, also you can tell the photograph. So whatever such problems you have which are useless. See, money is something, whatever is necessary, you will always get it. Never a problem with that. It is always so. But if you are all the time thinking I have no money problem, even if you say have $100, you will have money problem. You will have $5,000 still money problem, and even $10,000 still money problem. So that problems you should completely neglect and don't think of it at all. So the second problem is of health. You know that with Sahaja Yoga, health can be improved. So you should find out what is your problem as far as the health is concerned, and then it will work out. It's a modern word. Problem we never used to use for this kind of thing. Health problem. Problem was only used in geometry when we were young. You see, but now when we have gone old, everybody has a problem. This is a problem, that is a problem. So, all this can work out. Please meditate. I am only responsible when you meditate, otherwise I am not. And you have to be collective. If you are not collective, I am not responsible, because you are not in connection with me. So don't go to wrong things. Now there are some people who have gurus, had gurus, this thing, somebody who has say Satya Sai Baba, they can't give up. Not easy. Please know that he is a gangster, he is a horrible fellow. I wouldn't say this for Shirdi Sainath, for anybody else. But the one who is
Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you very much, Aunty KT, joining us from Malaysia, where it's the evening, late evening, dinner time. Jai Shri Mataji. And Uncle Herbert, all the way from the United States of America, where it is morning, I suppose.
Yes, it is early morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us. And here we are in England. It's about past noon here, midday. So it's very nice how Shri Mataji has just engineered this whole thing for us to be together from different parts of the world as her children. So we're so grateful that you've taken this time out to share your precious golden memories with Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi herself. May I request Aunty KT, please, because this was a talk in Malaysia, and I'll put the link up with the video in 1994. When was it that you got your realization, and what was it like for you meeting Shri Mataji?
My husband and I came to Sahaja together in 1989. And it actually, it was our family doctor who I recommended that we take up meditation. Where Ivan was a businessman at that time with a lot of stress. I was a school teacher, and the school teachers at a certain period of the time, they have a lot of work, and I used to get migraine headaches. So the doctor said, you know, the medicine I give you is only to stop the pain, but it is not a cure. And even at that time in the 80s, they already knew there were studies that say that meditation could help and cure. So we started Sahaja Yoga, and it was through the video.
So
And
where was it that you came across Sahaja Yoga and Shri Mataji for the first time?
Shri Mataji through video was in Malaysia itself, very near to our home. But to meet Shri Mataji physically was in the airport. Shri Mataji was traveling from India to Perth, and the stopover transit was in Singapore. So we were very new in Sahaja Yoga, and the leader, Mr. Ng, at that time, he said that Shri Mataji will be in the airport. Would you all like to go and meet? At that time, we were only umpteen people, adults and kids, only umpteen people. They said, yes, we would like to meet her. And took a flight to Singapore airport, waited for Shri Mataji's arrival. And just when her flight arrived, could feel the vibrations. We were very new, but we could feel, actually it was just cool. Aircon place, always aircon place, we say, is it the aircon or ourselves?
Yes.
Feel. And then eventually when Shri Mataji came out, it was just confirmed. We felt her place. And when she saw us, she says, oh, there are so many of you now. He says, now she will come to Malaysia. But Shri Mataji did come to Malaysia, but I think in the 80s, early 80s, even the 70s. But that was before our time. And after that, she didn't come for many, many years. And there was only this Mr. Ng. We call him the leader because he was the one who was still practicing. And when Ivan and I joined Sahaja Yoga at his home, there was just like 5 people who were still practicing Sahaja Yoga. So when we went to the airport to see Shri Mataji, and she says, now she will come. And we just sat. We found a nice corner, and Shri Mataji sat on the chair. We all sat on the carpet shelves around her. And the leader had told us, she says, don't simply ask questions. Don't take photographs unless you ask for permission from Shri Mataji. So we didn't take photographs at all, sat there, and people approached, talking about their problems. The first time seeing Shri Mataji. So talk about the problems, and she was saying, and then my husband, Ivan, was very bold. He asked Shri Mataji, can I ask you a question? He says, yes. So he said, first, I'd like to thank Shri Mataji because when Mr. Ng went for the India tour, we looked after his house so that we could still continue going for meditation and watch the video. So when he came back, he brought 2 shawls for Ivan and for me. So Ivan wanted to thank Shri Mataji because these shawls were from her. And gracefully she accepted that. And then he also asked, Shri Mataji, can I touch your lotus feet? And that is something the leader would have said, never do this. And bold piece like him, he asked, Shri Mataji says, come, and went forward.
Oh,
And she stretched out her feet and says, okay, you can massage. So he massaged his foot. You see, we were very new. We didn't know. We had realization in October 89, and this was 90, somewhere around maybe, I think March, when Shri Mataji was going to Australia. He massaged. Meanwhile, people approach and ask about their problems, say, okay, now you can massage the other foot. And it went on and on and on. And when almost everybody had gone, I was thinking, what am I going to do? I want to have a chance as well. Silly me, and I had no health problems whatsoever. The meditation had already cured the migraine. I had no more migraine. So I had no problems. What am I going to do go in front? In the end, I went to Shri Mataji and said, Shri Mataji, are my chakras all right? What a question to ask, is later on when I think of what we were doing in the beginning. And she said, all right, you can massage the feet. And that was what we're doing. And you see, like we grew up knowing that we massage mommy, daddy when they are tired. And we think that by having the chance to massage Shri Mataji, we were doing something for her. We didn't know much later that she allowed us to clear ourselves by massaging her feet. And after a while, she says, your chakras are all right now. But that was the first meeting we had with Shri Mataji. Everyone, no matter what the problem was, came, and she compassionately, graciously allowed us to load all our problems at her lotus feet. Such a mother.
Absolutely.
We didn't even know she was the Adi Shakti. To me, she was a guru because we were learning from her videotapes. 3 times a week, we go to the leader's house to learn. And everything was through the videotape from different talks.
Wow, such deep experience, and a very interesting point that you have mentioned, how massaging Shri Mataji's feet. Now in the East, in India, Malaysia, and other countries in the East, possibly, it is quite customary for the children to massage their parents' feet at the end of the day if they're tired or not. I remember doing it for my mum especially. And it's how Shri Mataji sort of mentally would allow to think that, yes, we are doing something for Shri Mataji, but actually, as you said, she cleared us all out, and not just one person, but multiples and countries possibly. I mean, we have very limited understanding of divine, although Shri Mataji made it so simple and easy for us to understand. It's very nice how you've also said that for you, Shri Mataji at the start was the guru. You were learning things from the guru, and a guru has the highest place, especially in the East, where we have sort of, I don't know about the modern society, but traditionally the guru is even higher than God, because the guru takes us to God, and then we recognize Shri Mataji in her true form. So when you got your realization along with your husband, uncle, what was the feeling inside, and of course, the cure of your migraine was a strong reason for you to continue. But you know, when you start Sahaja Yoga, for people who come to Sahaja Yoga, it's easy, it's very nice to feel the bliss and the peace. But then some people actually continue with the morning and evening meditation, like Shri Mataji was saying, and others drift off because day-to-day life takes over. What was it for you that kept you both going? And those were the days, as you say, there was only you know, thrice a week you'd watch the VHS tapes. So please elaborate.
For me, I used to question a lot. And I do not come from a religious family. We only have a little bit of Chinese ancestral prayer. Didn't even know how to pray because normally we don't pray at all. It's only when it's Chinese New Year, we have the offerings. I say, pray what? Mother will say, okay, pray to grandfather, grandmother to bless you and take care, and that kind of prayer. So always, and I went to a Methodist school. So there was religious they have, like, every Friday we had a pastor coming, and then we had service, while the Muslim girls had Muslim religious session. So I was always questioning about religion, about certain things and all. And when I started Sahaja Yoga 3 times a week, every time I had a question, Shri Mataji had answered it in the video, in the talk. Every time, some question, keep on. And then the leader will, after that, ask, can you feel vibrations? Can you feel? Even the first day when I had the self-realization through the tape, Shri Mataji went through all the stages and all that. I felt tremendous peace. But the first thing I did was, after that, was look up aircon. The first thing was to down the aircon. And later on, my husband and I said, is it really from us? And one day we started to meditate. We switched off all the aircon and the fan. We went into the room and we meditated. And we felt the cool breeze. Then we were very sure that it is not a scam. It's not something that is fake. Because when you're seeking, there are so many things we seek. Eventually, we found out, this is not real. This is not true. So it felt really it's coming from us. And we could feel from my hand. We could feel from here. And sometimes you can even feel as though the whole body feels like as though I'm enveloped in a cool bubble. So this is not from outside. It is definitely something, because, and the good thing is Shri Mataji said, don't accept her word for it. Experiment. So after that, we accepted. At first, I said, we will try this for 6 months, because we have tried so many things. We tried for 6 months. But way before that, two of us agreed, yes, this was what we were searching for all this while. And we find that actually health improved. He was not so stressed. My son saw how Ivan's bad temper came down. I mean, how does temper throughout he had quick temper. He doesn't hold on to it, but very fast. Calm down. And that's when my son also started taking Sahaja. You see, sometimes it is when we see another person improve that we say there must be something that's really working.
Amazing. Yes, and it's overcoming one of the 6 enemies, and nothing like, you know, seeing it as an example and as a very personal example in your son's father. That's it's so nice how Shri Mataji makes all these changes so beautifully subtle in our beings that we have it and we don't even realize when that happened, and we can enjoy its sort of beauty. So a very interesting journey, and how you say 6 months you will give it a shot, experiment and see, and much before that you've actually realized that that was the meditation you wanted to continue, and of course the relationship with Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. What happens next? Are there any sort of other visits after this with Shri Mataji? And I believe you had the excellent opportunity to cook for Shri Mataji. So
Yes,
please
yes.
share with us.
Well, the first time I cooked for Shri Mataji when she came in 1990,
Uh-huh.
we made the mistake of catering food. But 5 Australians came before Shri Mataji arrived. It says they come and help because we have never hosted Shri Mataji, you see. So they came, and so when they heard that we had caterer coming to put food, so he says, no, you can cater food for yourselves, but for Shri Mataji, at least the yogis should cook for her. So I said, okay, we sat around the dining table in this leader's house with just maybe 6 to 8 ladies at that time. And we said, okay, is Shri Mataji a vegetarian? And the leader said, I don't think so. So I said, okay, then we can all cook, but we do not know what Shri Mataji, we have never met her, you see. So we said, okay, we will just try. And I mean, we met her in the airport, but it's nothing eating or anything. So we said, okay, one person will cook one meal, but the others will make one dish so that we have more to serve Shri Mataji, so that if she doesn't like it, then she won't take it, you see. So all were waiting who will cook the first meal, because Shri Mataji was arriving in time. We should offer lunch. All said, I will cook one thing. I was the bold one, and I said, okay, I will cook the first meal. And I'm Chinese. We know Shri Mataji is Indian, but I wouldn't dare to cook Indian food. So I said, I'll cook Chinese food. Everybody else will bring one dish. Morning it started, and then we cooked. Others went to the airports. I brought the food to the center. When Shri Mataji arrived, she had tea, just spoke a little bit with the leader. She said she'll take rest. She rested. When she got up, she didn't ask for food. She wanted tea. She had tea, and then she went for the public program. Then we called everybody, don't cook dinner. The food we cook is still in the kitchen. And Shri Mataji, after the program, she came back and the leader asked, Shri Mataji, will you have food now? He said, yes. What would you like? Chinese food. And there was all the Chinese food in the kitchen. So we started heating up this one and all that. So one by one, we sent up one course by one course. And Shri Mataji was asking, what is this? What is inside? How it's cooked? Down came the question. I answered, and up went. After 2-3 times, they said, send the cook up. So I went up, and then I tell the others, this is how you heat up the next one. So it went, and there I was explaining to Shri Mataji what we cook and what was in the dishes and all that. And there are some dishes she will not touch. There are some, because we had so many.
Yes.
There are some we just offered to her, and all she says, no, she will not take this, like that. And when they found, then later on, the dishes that she didn't want to touch were people who were actually, I would say, on the periphery. They were like one leg in Sahaja and one leg still practicing something. Maybe I do not know the reason, but we know who cooked what.
Of course.
So in the end, the next day, okay. So the leader said, okay, next day, you also cook with Shri Mataji. So we did the same. We asked everybody bring one dish. And I was bold enough to ask Shri Mataji, do you eat fish? He said, yes, but only if the fish is very fresh, because ours is a hot country. He
Yes.
said, if it's not fresh, then I think fish
Mm.
goes very fast. Is it
Yeah.
phosphorus or something? Something.
Phosphorus.
Yeah. So she said, only if it is very fresh. Next morning, I went to the market and I see this fish still moving. And then the mouth
Oh,
still like that. That's fresh. So I bought that fish and I steam fish. I steam fish for Shri Mataji. And then this is take. So it skimmed the top part, steam fish, Shri Mataji ate. She finished that. The person who was accompanying, and I think it was Mr. Gupta who came. He says, turn over, give the other side as well. I offered to Shri Mataji. She finished. So every day I make sure I steam one recipe, different type, but it's steamed fish besides the other dishes. So actually, Sri Mataji is not vegetarian. We make so many different things. And the one that I wanted to explain that she, I think, likes the most is the vegetable spring roll. And I have made it as vegetarian spring roll. I've made it with the vegetables, but added prawns. I've also at another time added pork. Another time I've added chicken. And every time, whether I brought the food to cook in Cabela, I bring the ingredients to Cabela or to America or even Istanbul. I bring the ingredients that I need. So would you like to see the spring roll?
yes, please. I'd like to see, and also we'd
Wow.
like to know how you made it. Thank you for
Yeah.
going all the way to actually prepare it to share with
So
us.
now, basically, these are the
A
vegetables.
little, it needs to come. Yeah.
Vegetables,
Yeah.
carrot, and this is yam bean and French bean. So basically, is these three vegetables cut into strips.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
you can use a machine, yeah,
Yeah.
also. So
Grated. Yeah.
it's grated also. Then after that, it is fried. Today, this one was fried with garlic, ginger, shallot first, then
Uh-huh.
chicken, and then fry this vegetable with pepper, salt, sesame oil.
Ah.
It becomes like this. So this is fried already. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Then it's fried. Then we have this pastry, square little ones. In
Yes.
Kabala, Mr. Punjabi was saying, "Oh, this is the thinnest chapati." So after that, we wrapped it something like samosa.
Yes.
Just wrapped it like this round, and it's deep fried.
Do you let the vegetables cool before you put it in the pastry?
Yes, cool. Then only wrapped, and then sealed with a little bit of water, and
Uh-huh.
then deep fried. And I serve with a sauce that I mix myself. I
How do
use
you
I use oyster sauce,
Uh-huh.
tomato sauce, some sour plum sauce, and a
Wow.
little bit of sesame oil.
Wow.
And Sri Mataji was saying sesame oil. She says, but the sesame oil doesn't smell nice. Indian sesame oil is pressed, cold pressed.
Mm.
The Chinese sesame oil, they already roasted the sesame
Mm.
seeds and then pressed, so it's very fragrant. But
Oh.
sometimes when serving Shri Mataji, she asks, what did I use to marinate everything? And then when we serve Shri Mataji, this is only served as a starter.
Of
So
course.
yes, still crispy and just like when she's we fold all ready. When Shri Mataji is ready to have her meal, she always starts with fruits. Then
Yes.
after that, we would either a soup first or this as a starter. Frequently, this is the starter with a sauce, and she will dip and she will eat.
So just a minute. So in Malaysia, because the temperature is very different from the Western latitudes, etc., climate-wise. So what fruit did you serve, Shri Mataji? And it's so sweet how you've actually shared the recipe of not just the spring roll, but the sauce as well that Shri Mataji so relish.
Yeah, she likes the sauce frequently. I don't have exact proportion because Shri Mataji does not take chili. So there is chili there. If others, when they eat, if I make for friends and all that, I will add chili sauce.
Yes.
You know. So this is easy to mix there. Sorry?
The
You,
fruit. What's
fruit,
the
yes.
Shri Mataji starts with the fruit and then
She
the
loves the
starters.
papaya here. Because the papaya in Malaysia are orange, very deep orange color. The ones in India tends to be more yellow.
Yes.
And she likes it so much, she asked us to keep the seed. So we dry the seed and then we pack for Shri Mataji. She said she'll take it back to Pakistan and plant.
Wow.
So she likes, so we have served her chiku. I don't know, it is a, what
Chiku, yeah.
do you know the name? It's a brown color.
Yeah.
Yes.
Inside is also brown. Seed is black, flat black seed.
Yes.
Very sweet fruit.
Very
So,
nice. It's Shankarji's favorite fruit as
so
well.
we serve that. Mangoes, Shri Mataji also like. We made a mistake one time. She enjoyed so much, so good, so good. And then I even generously bought some more good ones and all. But next Shri Mataji asked, do you know how to make khichdi? I said, I don't know. What is khichdi? Well, they asked the Indian person who came with Shri Mataji. He said, oh, you take the split pea and you boil and then it's good as porridge. Shri Mataji was having diarrhea because
Too many
of
mangoes.
the many mangoes we gave her. So she likes. And when I went to Kabela one
Yeah.
time, we brought longan. You know, longan is not like lychee, it's brown. But when you, the Chinese call it the dragon's eye because when you take off the brown skin, inside there is a translucent white with the seed. A very sweet fruit. And one time we take, and then the cook, Mr. Punjabi, will take, and then take out the seed and put like that. So sometimes, and I will sometimes bring fruit, papaya, Shri Mataji likes, so we give.
Wow. So after the starter, and you said you bought fish as well. How did you prepare it? Because it's so nice. I know Shri Mataji, you know, she relishes the dishes of the place that she goes to, and how did you prepare? Because you had that conversation with Shri Mataji where she was asking you. Can you tell us a bit more about it? What Shri Mataji asked you and what you told her, please?
About cooking,
Yeah.
about cooking, she will ask what I marinate. And one of the things that, because she says she cannot imagine that the sesame oil can be so fragrant that the next time I brought a bottle up for her. She see, and then she says, and she smells. She says, yes, it's so really fragrant. And Shri Mataji commented that cooking is so different because she says, Indian style, you stand for hours at the pot stirring away.
Yes.
But Chinese, you prepare and then you can steam. You can also roast. You can also boil. So different styles. So fish, I always steam for Shri Mataji. And the way my husband taught me was, when you go to a restaurant or you serve somebody, serve a steamed fish because you can only do that if the fish is very fresh. The restaurants will recommend a deep fried and sweet sour sauce. But you cannot tell if it is not that fresh. But if they take a fish that's not so fresh and they steam it, surely you will know. So I always steam fish for Sri Mataji. And sometimes we just garlic, ginger, fry it until fragrant. Then with some soya sauce and some spring onion, and then we put the fish and we steam. And the soya sauce will form the sauce for the fish. Another time I use this fermented, preserved soya bean. That also, and that one I would fry garlic, ginger, shallot, fragrant, and then after that, add this sauce and add sour plum sauce. And Sri Mataji said, sour plum sauce. He says, India, we have sour plums, but nobody will eat because it's sour. So I said, the Chinese have made it into a sauce, and we use the sour plum sauce to marinate food as well. So she will ask, like a mother there sitting, just asking what you do, how you cooked it.
Beautiful. Wow. Please share with us some of your other memories with Shri Mataji.
Shri Mataji, one of the questions asked was the houses where she,
Yes.
in Malaysia, Shri Mataji didn't stay in hotel. The first time she came, she stayed in the leader, Mr. Ng's house in 1990. In 1992, also in that same house. It's a double-story link house, and Shri Mataji had the upstairs room, the master bedroom, and there was a sitting room. That's where we serve her the food. And then downstairs was the kitchen and a dining area and a sitting room area where we have our Sahaja yoga program. So that's where we cooked for her. The next house in 94, the leader was posted to Terengganu, East Coast. But he still gave the key so that we could still go to his house to have the program on our own. Then we felt that the house is not lived in. I mean, it's his house. We go in, we only clean the sitting room and all that for the program. We felt that it was not so auspicious to hold Shri Mataji's in that room, in that house. So Carla Martino, an Italian yogini, she was the leader of Turkey before she came to Malaysia. So, and expat family of she and the husband was posted, so they've got a nice, beautiful single-story bungalow that they rented with a huge garden. So I said, that's a nice place, spacious enough. So hosted Shri Mataji there. And I would like to tell the story is that we learned from the first time not to make noise when Shri Mataji is in. So this time, everybody knew Shri Mataji was arriving. They all sat in the garden, not in the house. Only those who have got duty were in the house. All sat in the garden. And when Shri Mataji eventually came, Carla and I were supposed to arti Shri Mataji. Embarrassing thing is, I was cooking. Then Shri Mataji is coming, took off the apron and getting ready. No, Shri Mataji has gone to the shops. Okay, put on apron, cook. 2-3 times like that, we went. Eventually they said, oh, now she's coming. It's almost coming in already. Took the arti tray and wait at the entrance there. Shri Mataji came. She just smiled, hello, and all that. She said she will go to the restroom first. Then only realized I greeted Shri Mataji with a beautiful sari, but an apron. So and after that, quickly took off. And then, but as she was walking to the washroom, she saw through the window so many people sitting outside at the lawn. And she said, what are they doing there? I said, Shri Mataji, they wanted to receive you, but they are just meditating. No, ask them to come in. So Shri Mataji sat nicely. Just now that video, that was a place for her, but that was a separate event. But this one, when she arrived, she sat, then only without the apron, we did arti to welcome Shri Mataji. So just now that video, actually the sitting room is very big, so it could accommodate the whole collective. Even yogis who have come from Penang and other states, they came to meet Shri Mataji. So that was big, spacious place. Very nice program.
Beautiful. Also beautiful.
And the last house in 94, Shri Mataji came back to the leader's house. But by 95, Shri Mataji had already appointed my husband, Ivan, to be the coordinator for Malaysia. In Ganapatipule, when he met Shri Mataji, he said, Shri Mataji, please come to Malaysia. Yes, she said she will come. He says, would you like to stay in a hotel or in a house, in your house? So it was not our own house. It was a double-story bungalow, but it was a rented place. But the yogis came together, so collective. He said, Australia is always our big brother. We were very new collective that somebody has to look after the newer collective. So they said, please don't put Shri Mataji upstairs. She's elderly. Don't make her walk up to the master bedroom. Prepare the room downstairs. So luckily downstairs we had 2 rooms. So then there's one room that had a small bathroom, a shower attached. So we prepared that. But we said, Shri Mataji doesn't have privacy. Big sitting room. We had follow-up programs there where 40 people could sit. So they said, let's make a partition. So with a big sitting room, we make a partition so that Shri Mataji had her own inner sitting room where she could meet even the press when they come to interview her and could serve her meals inside there. So she had the bedroom and a small sitting room. And when
Wow.
she came to this house, minute she walked in on the right-hand side, she looked and she says, the 3 wise men. Chinese like to keep these 3 statues in the house called the Fok Lok Sao. Shri Mataji called them the 3 wise men. Would you like to have a look? Jing will just,
Yes, please.
they are just over there. Jing will show you.
Oh, the 3 wise men.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, the fact that she calls them the 3 wise men, it meant a lot to us because a lot of people keep in their businesses, but
Yes.
also some keep in their homes. Yeah.
So it's like the laughing Buddha, or
Yes, we
isn't it
also have a lot
auspicious?
of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Some photos that you've shared with Santi. Do you like to go through with these, please?
This photo here was in the airport, and Shri Mataji was sitting, and then we all sat on
Yeah.
the carpet around. So we were, of course, all facing her, but then somebody said we take a photograph, and then we are all like facing up with our backs to Shri Mataji, which is usually not. Later on, when we knew that that was not the correct protocol, but at that time we were new, so she forgave us.
Of course.
Because that was not the first time in the airport. Now this is already in the house, in the public program. And Shri Mataji allow yogis to go, seekers to come forward to her. This was at a public program.
Wow.
And people were lining up to. This photo again is in
Sorry,
the
you were saying people were lining up on this program?
seekers were lining up so that they could come up and Shri Mataji would touch them and let them listen to their problems and all that.
This is at Singapore Airport in 1992?
Yeah, at the airport.
Yeah.
This was at the airport again.
Beautiful. Okay. Perfect. That's so great. Thank you so much for those stories. Yes.
There is something one of the questions was that, what is the greatest gift that Shri Mataji has given?
Yeah.
And of course, for all yogis, the greatest gift, self-realization, you know, and that's already a great blessing. But a personal one was when I was serving Shri Mataji, she has referred to me as Ivan's wife. So I asked Shri Mataji, can you bless me with an Indian name? And she says, but you're KT. So I say, yes, Shri Mataji. KT are the initials of a very difficult Chinese name. And what's this difficult Chinese name? So it's from a dialect, a Hainanese dialect. I've never heard anyone with the same name. So it's Kiak Tien. Shri Mataji was silent for a while. See, but that's good. No need to change. It's Katyayani. And
Exactly.
Oh,
I
wow.
had never heard of Katyayani.
Yes.
I was a school teacher. We have Indian students. We never had, it was Lakshmi and Meenakshi and Durga, but never Katyayani. I was afraid I'll forget his name. Shri Mataji, can you please spell Katyayani for me? And she had come back from shopping, so she was sitting at the table and there was paper and pen. And she says, Katyayani killed. First she asked, have you been to Kolhapur? So I said, no, Shri Mataji. It says, must have. When you're going to Ganapatipule, we stop at Kolhapur. It seems certain tours, they stop at Kolhapur before Ganapatipule. Then she says, that's where we buy all the wedding ornaments and Ganesha and all from Kolhapur. So, and she said, but still I had not been. So she said, Katyayani killed a Raksha, Kolaso. And that's why that place became known as Kolhapur. And
Wow.
that's when I asked her, Shri Mataji, can you please spell Katyayani? Then she corrected me. It's not Katyayani, it's Katyayani. She made me repeat it, Katyayani. So I asked her, can you please spell? She took the paper and she wrote.
Wow. Just
Can
hold
you
it
can
a little bit to the center. Yeah. And Katyayani killed Kolasur in Srimataji's handwriting. Wow.
her right handwriting? I was so afraid that I will lose this little slip of paper or it would tear. I laminated it to keep
So
it.
beautiful. Yeah.
So this is like a personal gift with Shri Mataji's handwriting. And so in the end, no need to use another name because Katyayani short form is also KT. And then
Yes.
Russians Kati. So
Beautiful present from Srimataji. Oh wow, what a lovely story, because we wondered, Katie, of course, is a very sweet Sahaj sisters here in England that one has. And so, but the spelling it was. So it is so nice to hear that story that Srimataji herself gave you the name and she wrote it out for you. I mean,
yeah,
wow,
she wrote it down. Yeah.
immense, immense. Uh, Thank you so much for sharing these stories. I'm sure there is a few more to come. At this point, may I please ask Uncle Herbert to share, because you were, I remember from talking to Alex Henshaw, he had mentioned you and the trips to Malaysia, Singapore, perhaps, in the Far Eastern countries. Uh, um, would you please just very briefly remind us how you got your realization? Because it was in the early 80s, wasn't it? And then your times with Srimataji probably accompanying her to Malaysia, was that right?
Yeah, so I have never been in Malaysia before I had a chance to visit this summer. So no,
Oh,
I have not been with Shri Mataji in Malaysia.
okay.
But I got my realization in 1982 in Austria, in Vienna. And the story is like you live in a dark room and then somebody comes in and turns on the light. That's the short version. So Shri Mataji came to Austria on the invitation of Gregoire, whom probably we all know. And this first picture was a Durga Puja with Shri Mataji, the day before I got my self-realization. And here, the yogis from different countries came with Shri Mataji because there was no Sahaja Yoga yet. And here they're posing in front of Maria Theresia's beautiful castle or palace, actually. And Maria Theresia was a female empress. She governed the country for 40 years. And she was an incarnation of Sri Raja Lakshmi, according to Sri Mataji. So I was totally unaware of all of that. On the days before I got my self-realization, it was one of the darkest periods in my life. Dark in the real sense. So I was in a very bad shape. I was a musician. I was a student. I was heavily addicted to smoking and also to drinking alcohol and all kinds of other things, and nothing made sense, whatever I tried and looked for. I was a seeker, but I didn't know I was a seeker. So you have all this heaviness, and you try to sort of pacify that by overdoing other things, but really nothing worked. And so on that day, I'm walking home from work in the evening, and I'm really not sure what to do. And suddenly I hear a voice in my head, literally. And the voice said, there is a newspaper in front of you on the sidewalk. You must pick that up. And I had not seen any of these posters because of my really sad state. But I opened it and I saw this ad here that you're showing. Thank you. And this very small photo of Shri Mataji. And then something happened that I couldn't explain. I could not stop looking at the photo. So I'm standing here holding the newspaper, people walking back and forth, and the newspaper is from the morning, so lots of people stepped over it. It wasn't even very clean. And I'm looking at Shri Mataji's photo, and I felt like this terrible crusts around my heart that sort of made me so sad and depressed and frustrated. All these crusts are just melting. And I couldn't understand what's happening. And suddenly I felt a joy that I have never felt before. And then I started reading the article, and there it says that Shri Mataji is here for the first time in Austria. And there's a free public program. So I thought, oh my God, this is really what I'm looking for. So I rushed home, took a shower, rushed back there. And with all the rushing, I was one of the first people showing up in that big hall. And there were not many people there. So slowly yogis showed up. Yeah, so yogis showed up, and I watched them, how they bring the chair, Shri Mataji, and flowers, and I had no idea what to expect. And then somebody gave an introduction so we speak German in Austria, and it had a very strong French accent, and talking about things I've never heard before. So I was about to actually leave because I thought, oh, nah, I don't understand what they're talking about Kundalini and chakras and vibrations. What's that about? But my heart didn't let me leave. I really felt I want to see her. I will really want to see if I can have the same beautiful, joyful experience again. And then Shri Mataji came, as you can see, in this beautiful white sari. And that was it. I had tears in my eyes. I didn't understand why am I crying. And then we did that exercise that she always does at the end of her lecture. And then I felt cool on top of my head. I was absolutely confused. I didn't understand why and how and everything. And then she said, if anybody wants to come to meet her, we can. And so when it was my turn, I'm walking up the few steps to the stage. And as I'm coming close to her, she extends both her hands. And without thinking, I just take her hands and she pulls me closer. And she says, it's so nice you came. And that was it. Again, tears coming down my eyes. And I had this beautiful feeling, I'm home. Now I'm home. All these dramas, everything is over. I'm finally home. So that's how it started. Thank you for showing these pictures. Brings back beautiful, precious memories.
Yes, it's so beautiful. We can feel the emotion and the love of Shri Mataji and the care she has for all of us.
Yeah,
Um,
yes.
and normally it is so unimaginable in today's world to have that sort of capacity to love,
Yeah.
without anything but just the spiritual evolution. So thanks to Shrimataji. And what a lovely photo. And this has been covered in the local press, isn't it? Where it's
Yes, yes,
September
yes, yes.
1982.
So a week later or so, it showed up in this very popular magazine.
Uh-huh.
And you can imagine a lot of my friends were asking, what on earth were you doing and where are you and what on earth is happening? In those days, they already knew that something happened to me because I didn't show up to parties anymore.
Yes.
And, I would say a few days after this momentous event, all these issues that actually were plaguing me, too much drinking, smoking, some drugs in between, all of it just disappeared without any side effects. It was just gone. And that for me, like Katie earlier said, was the proof that something important has happened. I had no idea what it was, but I really wanted to find out. And so my friend said, "Well, what's the matter with you? You're not showing up anymore." And so I told them. And some of those got the realization. I think only one eventually stayed. He's still around after all these years.
Um,
That's how it
wow.
started.
That's so beautiful. Now, in all these years now, this is 80s, early 80s, late 80s,
Mm,
we're talking here. And now,
yeah,
after decades of it, and having experienced the bliss and the joy and the blessings from Srimataji, and this time, then when you went to Malaysia and all of you sort of meditated together, could you
yeah.
share with us that experience? Because this is a lot of devotion to Shri Mataji, but not in the aspect that normally we identify with, coming from different countries and cultures, and with the things that we have known before in terms of religion. So what was it like? Can you please share that with us?
Well, as Katie also said earlier, uh, it really comes down to love. It is all about love. Once you feel it, what you get from Sri Mataji, you cannot help but want to share it because it makes you so satisfied to give love, right? And so when this opportunity came up, it came up actually through a connection with a Chinese yogini. The year before, I was in China for 2 months, traveling, meeting yogis in different collectives, and we're sharing stories and having a good time together, singing bhajans. And this yogini was with me all the time because I don't speak Mandarin. So she was translating for me. And we stayed in contact because we then started meditating online for Chinese yogis, and she was always translating for me. And one day she told me that a Malaysian yogini is coming to visit her. And I didn't think much of it, but it turned out that these two really connected very, very quickly and became deep friends. And so, because I was connected to this Chinese yogini, now I got to talk to the Malaysian yogini. She's from Johor, Malacca. Her name is Shoba. And Shoba then kept insisting we have to come to Malaysia. and so that's how it happened that this summer in August, we all showed up in Malaysia and they organized a beautiful tour for us all the way up and down the entire west coast of Malaysia. And we had beautiful adventures and very, very precious memories.
Absolutely, absolutely, beyond words. But for
Um,
the sake of the seekers now and in time to come,
mm,
and those lovely people who watch these golden memories with Shri Mataji, would both of you, Aunty KT and Uncle Herbert, would you like to share well, the miracle that comes to, because our life is full of miracles now, but something that comes to your mind that you would like to share with everybody. So if you would, please, both. Aunty KT first. Thank you.
Katie first, yes.
The miracle, I mean, for me was that years of taking Constant for migraine just went off. And I'm blessed with good health. But there is one miracle that I would like to say that happened to my mother. My mother started Sahaja Yoga when she was already 86 years old. She just wanted to see us once every week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Ivan will come back earlier from work. We would have dinner with her, and then we will go off. Ask, are you learning something or teaching something? So I said, we are learning something. What are you learning? There was no word to explain meditation in my dialect. We didn't have. I said something like praying. And she said, praying. Oh, Chinese, pray means pray for luck, pray for wealth, pray for good business, things like that. Always
Yeah.
something, asking for something. The prayer was always asking for something, never thanking for anything. So I said, we're not really asking for something, but I said, when we meditate, when we do this, and then we feel very peaceful. I said, and I feel that things will going smoother for us. Because Ivan's stress was coming down, his blood pressure was coming down. See, so she started following, and she doesn't understand English. We did self-realization with the videotape on, and then suddenly I just, how to do it? And it's Shri Mataji is telling, do on her behalf. I took my mother's hand and put over her body, and I asked all the questions on her behalf, because I was also very new, you see. So that was what we did. But at the end of it, when they say feel, I felt, and I said, it's cool. The lady beside, on the other side of my mom, I said, you feel and see? She says, it's cool. So that was it. So my mother very innocently meditate. So after that, she didn't join us going there because she couldn't understand the tape. And she just said, so, but she meditate at home. How to meditate? I said, you just sit and relax. Don't think of children, grandchildren, they are all fine. Just for 5 minutes, you have this time for yourself, like resting. Just sit like that. Don't think of yesterday or tomorrow. Just sit and just breathe and enjoy. And she was doing that. I didn't even explain about cool breeze because, we how to explain to her. She did this until one day when after Shri Mataji's program, and Shri Mataji said, have you announced where the follow-up program is? And the leader had not, didn't book any place. Shri Mataji said, a lot of people will be coming. So announced our house. So that house so 92, we announced follow-up in our place. At least luckily, like a cineplex, we could put in 40 people. And my mother saw us raising Kundalini. She followed her way, 80 over years old, like sowing paddy. She was doing this. It's okay. She did, and she meditated. And one day she asked, when we meditate, you say put the hand like this. But when you're looking at Shri Mataji talking, also they put the hands like this. Then I spoke about cool breeze. I said, we feel her love coming to us. We can feel it like cool, like a wind blowing to us, and we're enjoying that. I said, when we meditate, also we feel, that's why we put the hands like that. I said, do you feel? Because I never told her, so she said, and she said, now that you say, I've had when I feel like breeze blowing to me, I look out, but the leaves were not moving in the garden. So like a child, you know, who explains about cool breeze. So she had that. But that is a miracle, a small miracle. But what happened was in 91, she had fallen. She was taken to the hospital. They did all kinds of tests. And she says she's fine, she's fine. And didn't want any one of us to stay overnight with her. Until one day, Ivan and I were visiting in the evening, visiting hours, and she was not feeling good. She was vomiting. The face could all turn deep purple. And I said, oh my God, this looks very bad. I said, you're not well. Let her help her vomit, perspiring all over, change the top. After a while, again, repeatedly and all. So I said, tonight, will you allow me to stay with you? And she says, okay. I think she also thought she might be going. Because all this while, she never wanted, she said, I'm okay. You have family, go home, go home. And Ivan went back. I said, bring something for me. I'm staying the night. Call the whole family to say, it is very bad. Then I stayed with her, still throwing out like that. What I did, I took out my chain. My mother didn't wear a pendant, but I took out mine with a pendant. I put into her hand. And my prayer was, Shri Mataji, my mother is already very old. And she's suffering now. If it is her time, then please let her go peacefully. Don't let her suffer anymore. But if she can recover and lead a good life, then please help her. And that was all my prayer. Then that night, I stayed with my mother. By about 11 something, she told me, she says, you can rest now because I'm feeling better, because the vomiting had subsided little, less and less. Then, of course, in a hospital with a chair, you cannot sleep very much. But I was just with her. In the morning, she said, I'm okay now. You go home and sleep because I know you didn't sleep. I said, I'm okay. I dozed off. I slept. Then they brought breakfast. She says, after last night, I don't dare to eat anything, you know. But I will take just the Milo, the drink. So I gave her the Milo, already freshened up everything and all. Say, you go home now, you go and sleep. I said, I'll wait until the doctors come. Say, no, I'm okay. See, I'm okay now. You go. Eventually, I listened to her. I went home. I slept 10 something. Phone came. Those days, no handphone. The phone was ringing. Eventually, I got up and took. It was my brother. The doctor called to ask to discharge. Those days, the doctor Actually, if somebody is terminal, they might discharge so that these old people can pass away peacefully at home. So I said, but she is still so bad last night. My brother said, I'm in a meeting, I cannot go. Can you go with Ivan? So I said, okay. I called Ivan. Luckily he was doing his own business, so he came. We went to hospital and said, doctor, do you know what happened last night? She was so bad. How can discharge? Say, oh, the tests all came back. Everything okay. Say, but she cannot get up. She cannot stand up. She cannot walk. Says, we cannot keep all the old patients until they can stand and walk. But her tests all clear. No choice. With a wheelchair, we took her back to the house. And I happened to have just mid-year school break 3 weeks. First week, my mother was bedridden, as though she had a stroke. Prop her up to feed her, and if you don't watch, she would no balance. First week. Second week, she had balance. She could sit up by herself. The doctor who brought us to Sahaja on the third week came to visit her, expecting her to be on bed. She came up with the walking stick and say, hello, within 3 weeks. My mother was 87 at that time. She lived until 100.
Amazing.
And until she was 99 and a half, before we had to give her a diaper. She could still get up, but by the time she struggled to the portable portaloo, it was already, wet herself. So the maid said, we have no choice, we have to put diapers. Nobody liked diapers, but she had to use. And she was eating normal until the last 6 months, slowly going down into semi-solid food and gradually going down to two. So it was time. And she always says she was almost 100 years old, born in 1905.
Wow.
She went until New Year's Eve, 2004. Christmas Eve, visitors had come from overseas. They said, we go and celebrate.
Yeah.
And night before I went out for the dinner and the party and the dancing and all, I went and see her and said, I'm going out. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay. We went out, came back late, of course, because we usher in New Year. 9-something phone call from downstairs. The maid called upstairs. I think grandma gone already. Ivan went down to check. What happened? Got up, cleaned up everything, gave her the hot drink, and she took only half. He says, Grandma, you're tired. Yes. He said, I give you afterwards. Okay. And that's it. Just that one breath, and that's it. Nothing else. So I asked, how do you know she's gone? He says, can see her abdomen not moving already. So peaceful. But she was meditating still.
Yeah.
Only my brother said, don't give her the candle anymore because she will still take the candle and Aunty Shri Mataji when she was already 90 plus. So I said, yes, Mom, you can also meditate, just Shri Mataji's photo, and you still raise Kundalini Bandhan, you can meditate. She lived until 100. Nobody would believe that she would, from that big episode, and when I asked for Shri Mataji's help, that definitely, I said, some people will say you're wicked when you ask to take Shri Mataji to take her, But to me, if she cannot recover and lead a good life, then most important, already 80 something, don't suffer, correct or not? And Shri Mataji,
Yes, true, true.
Mataji bless her, and she could meditate.
Oh, she got another 12, 13 years there, wasn't it? Because
Oh, yes.
and she lived, lived
Well,
that meditating on Shri Mataji, and it's so Well, incredible how in Chinese there is no word for meditation, and yet, you know,
I think there
she
is
was
because
connected. She's
yeah,
connected with the divine, and so one doesn't need words and things, isn't it? It's the experience, and the strength of the connection that carried her through so independent till so long. So
I
yes,
think, sorry, Shri
no,
Mataji actually asked me when she gave me this name. She
yes,
she said, "Who named you?" The Chinese name. I didn't know. We never asked who named. I phoned back and my brother said, "What did you ask?" I said, "Ask mom who gave me my name Kiak Tian." And they asked my mother. My mother said, "She's the one who named me." And out of the whole family, she's the only one. They all know that Ivan and I practice Sahaja Yoga. They will comment and say, of all the siblings, you are the most calm, whatever situation. They know we meditate. They know my mother meditate, but none of them came to meditate.
yeah,
One brother was better that he would do this to Shrimatiji's photo before she goes out. He was the one who brought my mother to visit because when Shrimatiji visit, then we are in the house, preparing. But my mother wanted to see Shrimatiji 1 year. But I said that we all sit on the floor. She says, yeah, I cannot sit on the floor. But when Shrimatiji asked me, who else practice Sahaja Yoga? I said, my mother practices besides Ivan and I, and then my son. How did you explain me to your mother?
wow. Shri Mataji asked you.
So I said, Shrimadiji, I do not know how to explain, but I told her, Shrimadiji, I told Shrimadiji, I told my mother, I said that we all know Kuan Yin. I said, Kuan Yin came and helped people. But the world now is so bad. I said, you don't read the papers, you don't go out much, you don't see. The world is not like what you know long ago. People are cheating and killing, and morality has gone down and all. And said, Sri Mataji is the modern Kuan Yin. She has come to help people, help humanity.
Wow.
And Sri Mataji said, and Sri Mataji told me story that when they were in Hong Kong or was in Taiwan, I forgot. See, they saw this statue of Kuan Yin. And the granddaughter, I think, said, Grandma, they have got you already there in the statue. Sri Mataji's face and the Kuan Yin
Yeah.
look similar. And she told me this story.
Oh, wow. Incredible,
A
incredible.
lot of stories. Sorry, I'm taking so much of the
Not
time.
at all, not at all. While we listen to Uncle Herbert's story as well, and yes, please, if you would. This is the thing with Shrimataji. I mean, there's the experiences, the blessings, the moments we have are absolutely endless, isn't it? And the more we talk about it, the more we remember. That's been
Yes.
the experience, isn't it? If you would, please, Herbert.
Yes, thank you, Katie. It's very emotional, the stories that you're sharing. So beautiful. I was lucky in 1995 when Shri Mataji had this momentous visit in Beijing for the United Nations Women's Conference. I was working in Hong Kong, and together with Alex and a few other yogis, we were asked to come to Beijing and help because Sahaja Yoga hasn't started in mainland China until then. And we had 10 days of amazing experience and miracles, and the fact that there was a public program eventually. I mean, all of this was a miracle. Maybe we can do this on another day because it's a long story. But I would like to share a miracle that happened to me personally with Shri Mataji that until today I'm not able to explain how it happened. So this was in 1984 in France. By that time, we were 2 years in Sahaja Yoga, still beginners. Sahaja Yoga Austria was guided by Gregoire, who stayed with us for 3 years. So he said, Shri Mataji is coming to France, and whoever wants to come, I'm going. We can rent a bus and all go together. And so we did. And so we showed up there in Paris, in the outskirts of Paris. And there's a beautiful house, one family home with a garden, and already some yogis from England and French yogis and other countries were there. And we were fairly new, and I am connecting with one of these French yogis who also was a designer like I am. And we started, so we were sharing experiences, and we started decorating with colorful chalk. There were some stairs going up to the main entrance, just decorating the stairs for Shri Mataji. And all the while we were sharing experiences, how Sahaja Yoga for us has changed our lives so much. And basically, we were hoping when Shri Mataji arrives to hear some comment she may make, what we have done, designing the stairs there. And then at some point, I think Shri Mataji was coming from England at that point, at that moment when we didn't really quite know when she will arrive. So at some point, a yogini comes to me and says, can you come with me? We have to do a last minute shopping. I need some help. And I said, sure, yeah, of course, let's go. So we go to the supermarket and do some shopping. There were lots of people in this house and they were cooking for everybody. And when we came back, lo and behold, Shri Mataji had arrived and she's already in the house, in the big living room. And I missed that moment that I had been looking forward to hear if she would say anything. So now, you can imagine this is a living room. The entrance to it is on the other side where Shri Mataji was sitting. And the room is absolutely packed with yogis. And so I'm standing in the back, Shri Mataji is in the front, and my heart is hurting a little bit. I want to get closer to her, and there was no way I could. And at some point, Gregoire turns around, who is in front with Shri Mataji. He sees me, and he introduces me to Shri Mataji. And he said, so this is Herbert, and he's also from the Austrian Yogis group, the new group that's happening there. And then something happened that I really don't understand how it happened. So this is my perception from that moment. And what I felt and saw, actually, Shri Mataji extends her hand towards me, and I, without thinking what I'm doing, I extend my hand towards her. And we are talking about maybe 7 or 8 meters in between. And she took my hand. I was holding her hand for a moment. And at that moment, I didn't realize what happened. I was just, she gave me that recognition that I'm here, and she blessed me by touching my hand. But on a very logical moment, there's no way this could have happened. And later I asked people, nobody saw anything. So for them, nothing had happened. And for me, I was the happiest yogi in the whole room.
This is
And so in the same point, there was a puja later, the next day. And we were very new. So puja with Shri Mataji, we had never been. And there were lots and lots of mantras. And I'm sitting somewhere in the back and procedures are going on. But I I feel very strong vibrations, and I'm thoughtless, and I'm not questioning what's happening there in the front. I didn't see much anyway. And then eventually Shri Mataji said it's time for the yogis to go outside in the garden. There's food being served. And for some reason, I didn't hear that. So I'm just sitting there. And as people in front of me also still sitting there, eventually they're moving forward. I don't know. Every now and then we all moved forward. So I just moved forward without knowing what's going on. There were people in front of me, so I couldn't really see Sri Mataji very clearly, but I knew she was there. And at some point, the person in front of me gets up and walks away. And now I'm sitting right in front of Sri Mataji. I had no idea how I got there. And she lifts both her lotus feet, and I, without knowing what I'm doing, put my hands underneath, and she put her feet down, and I'm sitting like that. And it took me into such a deep meditation. It's like my Sahasrara opened wide, and the whole experience, the range of experiences that you can have at that point. And at some point, she lifted her feet, and I realized, so now that's enough. And I then turned around, and I was the last one in the room. So then, in that state of completely transformed reality, I'm getting up, thoughtless, no idea what to do next. So I'm going out there where all the yogis are, and somebody gives me a plate with food. And I remember very clearly, I look at this plate and I had no clue what to do with it. I was so blissed out that I have this plate in my hand. And what should I do with that? And why is it in my hand? And what is the next thing I should do? So I just wanted to share that story because it just shows Sri Mataji knows us in and out in every detail. And the blessings she gave me in this trip are still very, very vivid in my memory. That handshake and then my hands under her feet. Wow. So yes, you're right, my dear. There are many, many more stories, but maybe that can be at another time.
I have no words. It's so beautiful to listen to these experiences that Auntie and you have kindly shared. The handshake, it kind of reminds me when we used to read the book about saints, because in India we have saints, we had
Yeah.
them more than we have now, I'm not sure. But
Mm.
we grew up listening to stories like that, which were kind of it
Hmm.
it wasn't the logical, rational mind that we have now. And so you kind of knew
Yeah,
this was normal. This is a sort of a level of it's a state which our human mind can't grasp. It is something beyond.
exactly. Yes. Because mentally we know it's not possible.
Yeah.
But she's Adishakti. We also know that.
Yes.
That means anything can be done.
Yes.
We
Absolutely.
may not understand it, but it's also not made for understanding. It really touched my heart. It didn't
Absolutely.
register in the brain at all.
No, and that's why the heart is so important. And to, I mean, we can't thank Shri Mataji enough that even with all these limitations
Yeah.
we have, that she has accepted us as her children and given us the best gift of lifetimes. Thousands,
Well,
maybe.
well said. Yes. Very true. Very true.
Wow. Thank you so much for joining us from Malaysia, Aunty KT, and thank you so much for joining us from the US, Uncle Herbert. It's very kind of you to share your stories. We'll close this session today. And first of all, and last of all the time, thank you, Shri Mataji, again and again for everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Shri Mataji.
Thank you. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Goodbye.